Hi, my name is Dave Ward, and I want to start this video by just taking a minute and saying thanks for taking the time to watch it. I think anybody considering a new business opportunity should understand a couple of things. What's the business they're getting involved with, and who are the people that they're getting involved with that business. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to walk you through all of that today. I'm going to start by telling you a little bit about my story and how I got involved as a Beachbody coach. Then I'm going to talk to you about Beachbody, the company, and I'm going to talk to you about the products we have to offer, the need for our products, the timing of being a coach, and also the compensation that Team Beachbody coaches receive. All right? So hopefully that sounds like a good roadmap to you. Once again, stick with it. If you're serious, you want to learn about who you're dealing with and what kind of a company you're getting involved with. So let's get going. All right, let's start with who. Who am I? My name's Dave Ward. I'm a 42-year-old retired lawyer. I live in San Diego, California. I've been married to my wife, Monica, who's also my business partner for 16 years. We've got 2 children. Our daughter's 13 and our son is 11. Never really been happier in my life personally, but that hasn't always been the case. And Beachbody's been a really big conduit for me to find some real joy and happiness in my own life. So about 5 years ago, I was about 8 years into my law practice. I used to be a real estate lawyer. I was doing mostly real estate development. We'd had the housing bubble in '06. Then in 2008, the banks melted down and stopped lending people money to build things, which really kind of crushed my practice. And at the time, it was a very, very difficult thing to deal with. But what I came to learn was it was an incredible opportunity. The opportunity was to maybe take a look at a different business model. And that's what I did. My wife was one of the founding Team Beachbody coaches, which means in 2006, when Carl Deichler and John Congdon, our CEO and president, decided they wanted to form this new distribution channel, which I'll talk about in a minute, Monica was one of the people. They picked up the phone and called and said, hey, we want your help. And she helped them put the company together, and then in 2007, in March of 2007, we opened for business. Monica was doing really well with that, but more than that, she was so happy. She was an elementary school teacher before that, and what I saw her do was take complete control of her time and not have to answer to anybody. And that's one of the things about this business. If you get involved, it's important to understand you're going to be an entrepreneur, and an entrepreneur means you're the boss. Now, that sounds great, but somebody's got to make sure the work gets done, and that's you. So that's one of the first things I want to tell you about being a Team Beachbody coach is that if it's successful, it's because you made it happen. If it fails, it's because you didn't. Now, I love that. Me personally, one of the things I didn't like about practicing law is I was way too dependent on other people and them doing certain things. I had to find clients, the economy had to be right, the banks had to lend money, all this stuff had to happen. As we got to the end of 2008, I realized that that was the case and that I was really dependent on all these other people for my own, not just happiness, but security, right? Paying the bills, paying for college, retirement, all that sort of stuff. I decided to take control of that situation. I did it very simply. What happened for me was I decided to look at 2 things. The first one was, what was I doing right now? And the second one was, what was I going to be doing in the future? I took a look at the first one and I discovered that while I was working in the best possible situation with great people and great work, I still wasn't happy, truly happy practicing law, driving 40, 50 minutes to work every day, spending all that time in the car, spending all that time away from my family, super high stress environment with, as you can probably imagine, a lot of people who like to yell at each other and hang up at each other on the phone because we're lawyers, right? It's what we do. Then I looked in the future and I saw a lot of people who were more of the same. Stressed out workaholics, some alcoholics, a lot of people who just weren't happy in general, didn't really have the best marriages, divorce, not great relationships with their children. There were exceptions to that. There were phenomenal people where I was working, don't get me wrong. But I could see that the path they were on, that I was on rather, was not going to lead to where I wanted to go. What I wanted to do more than anything else was have the time freedom to walk my kids to school every day and be there to pick them up and walk them home every day. And that's what I do now. And it's been truly, truly a blessing in my life. And it's all because of this great company, Team Beachbody. So let's get going and let's talk a little bit about the company. All right. Our company is called Team Beachbody. You may have heard of Beachbody. They are separate and yet united. So let me explain that a little bit. Beachbody's our parent company. They're the people that make all the great products, P90X, X3, Insanity, Body Beast. You pick your favorite. They make it. They also make our full line of supplements, Shakeology, the whey proteins, the pre-workout, the post-workout recovery, all that stuff is manufactured by Beachbody. And they have their own marketing machine, and it is a juggernaut. they spend over $120 million a year on advertising. So if you have a TV, you've probably seen one of our infomercials. Reason? They spend a lot of money on advertising. What that does is it creates a lot of customers. The customers go to Team Beachbody coaches. Now, if you want more information on how that process works and how Team Beachbody coaches get customers, shoot me an email, info@thefitclubnetwork. I'd be more than happy to explain it. I don't want to dive into it too much here. It's really not all that complicated, though. So, while Beachbody has its one marketing channel of TV, it also has another marketing channel of people, and that's us. That's Team Beachbody. Team Beachbody, as I mentioned, was started in 2007. So we're not a very old company, but we are a massively successful company. Got a lot of progressive products coming out for all different people across the board. So let's talk a little bit about products. I mentioned supplements earlier. We have a full line of nutritional supplements, all of which are phenomenal. Shakeology is our flagship product. If you haven't tried that product yet and you want to, again, contact me via email, post a comment below. If you're watching this on our blog, which hopefully you are, you can just click the Contact Us button as well, or fill out the form at the bottom of this, and I'll be happy to get you a sample of Shakeology. So Shakeology is our key nutritional products. Obviously, we have the greatest in-home fitness programs that have ever been created and will ever be created, and we keep coming out with new ones, and I think that's really important to understand. Right now, it's May of 2014. We're headed into our annual Coach Summit. We're going to release yet another fantastic new product called PiYo by Chalene Johnson. Every year at Summit, we have a new product release. We usually have another one in December. Last year was P90X3. These product releases are monsters because Beachbody continues to innovate and create new, fantastic in-home fitness products to solve a huge problem. So what's the problem? What's the need, if you will? Well, if you live in America, you don't have to look very far. As sad as that is for me to say, we have a huge, huge problem on our hands. It's not just the obesity epidemic, which is huge, which is really, really bad and really a huge problem that we need to solve. But it's bigger than that. If you have kids, go eat lunch with them someday. Check out the food they're eating. Ask yourself if the food that our schools are feeding your children, if your kids keep eating that for the next 20, 30 years when they're your age, what's their health going to be like? That's the problem I'm after. That's the problem our company's after. That's our need. That's our niche. That's who we are. That's what we do. We help people change their lives. So when people ask me, well, gee, what do you do for a living? That's really simple. I help people get healthy and fit. That's what I do. I help people get healthy and fit, and then I teach them how to help other people get healthy and fit. Now, a quick word on how we do that. We do it with what we call challenge groups. You may have been in a challenge group. Hopefully you were. If you weren't, now would be a great time to get into one, especially if maybe you struggled through your process, your fitness journey. Why? Because challenge groups work on a massive level. Just found out about a week ago that one of my customers, a guy named Bob Taylor, is in the finals of the Beachbody Challenge. That means he's one of 4 men who has a chance to win $100,000. That's right. Beachbody will pay you to get into a challenge group and get healthy and fit. And they might just pay you a lot of money. They already won $25,000 for making it to the last 4. Now he's got a chance to win another 100. That's a truly amazing prize to win for simply grabbing a hold of your health and fitness. But what we do is we teach people how to form challenge groups. One of the ways we do it is through our coach training website. So if you want to go take a look at that, you can find it at www.fcn, as in Fit Club Network, fcncoachtraining.com. I'll also link to it here. And if you want to go register for that, that's fine. Just keep in mind when you register for it, you're also going to get on an email list. I use that site for training. So maybe on a weekly basis, I'm emailing out people on that page different training videos on things that I think are valuable and different ways that they can help more people get real results with their health and fitness and, of course, with their business as well. So just keep that in mind if you want to go sign up for it. But if you do and you want to check it out, I think that's totally fine. In fact, I think it's probably a smart decision. And again, I'm hoping you're making smart business decisions here. I think too many people just sort of sign up for businesses like this thinking, oh, it's just some silly home-based business. It's only going to cost me $40. It's no big deal. Well, let me tell you something. This little business that cost me the $40 to sign up for has earned my wife and I over $3 million. I've had a lot of success with this business, And there's a huge business opportunity here, but it's important that you make the right decisions about who you're going to work with and how you're going to do it and where you're going to learn, okay? So that's our need. What about timing? This is an issue I think we get a lot, and it's the sort of concept that, yeah, I don't know, in these types of companies, the way things work is you got to get in early, you got to get in early, you got to get in early. If you don't get in early, you're way too late, and then you're late, and the party closes and you miss out. That's just not how our company works, okay? Yes, my wife and I have made a lot of money, but not because we were in early. Because those first couple of years of getting this thing off the ground, I'll tell you, it was tough. We didn't even have products like Shakeology back then. I had P90X and recovery formula, that was it. So if you think that was an easy business, I got news for you. It's super easy now. Now is the time to get involved. Because it's not really about when you got involved. It's about how long you stick around and what you do during your time here. That's the biggest factor in your success or failure, is what you do with the time you spend in this business, okay? Because there are plenty of people who got in at the same time as my wife did, plenty of people who got in at the same time I did. None of them have done, well, I shouldn't say none of them, but some of those people have not made anywhere near the amount of income we've made with this business because they didn't build it. They didn't go out, get people fantastic results with their health and fitness. They didn't go out and they didn't show other people how to do that. That's what's required. So let's talk a little bit about compensation, because I think it's important. All right, I'm going to touch on this, and then I've got some other videos that if you want to watch them, you can. There's a 4-part series that I did that's down below. If you're not watching it, if you're watching this on YouTube, click on the link and go to our website so that you can see the whole 4-part series where I break down the whole compensation plan. But let me make it really, really simple. There's 4 income streams, but they fall into one of 2 categories. The first one, very simple, retail sales. This is super, super straightforward. You sell a product, you make a commission. Boom, easy. 25% on almost everything. Okay, almost everything is 25%. So P90X, you sell that product for $120, you get $30. Boom, easy. Okay, and that's the math with most of our products. Now, we have what we call challenge packs, which is a bundle pack or a combo pack, which is what I recommend people do when they're getting started as a coach because they get a fantastic deal on it. The commission on those is actually much higher. It's like a 38% commission, okay? And the person buying the pack gets a fantastic deal. They get a substantial discount. Sometimes it's upwards of $90 depending on which pack they get and whether there's a sale going on. But they can get up to a $90 discount. So there's a huge incentive for people to buy those. And as the coach, you make a greater retail commission. So that's the first one, retail commission, super simple. I mean, this is the simplest one to figure out ever. The second one is the ability to earn bonuses based on the activity of the people that you bring in. Keyword in that sentence is activity. Activity, activity, activity. This is not a business where all I do is go and sign people up and I somehow make a bunch of money just for signing up a body. Getting somebody with a social security number and a pulse to become a Beachbody coach doesn't do me a whole heck of a lot of good. What I need to do is teach that person how to help people get results in their health and fitness. And if I can do that, then they produce volume, right? Because they're making sales. Well, if they're making sales because I've taught them what to do and I've helped them learn and grow, why shouldn't I get a bonus? And that's exactly what our compensation plan acknowledges. There's 3 different ways that you get paid off of a bonus commission based on the people underneath you, and you build your organization. If you want to learn more about that and that interests you and you're a comp plan person, dive down below. If not, you can learn about it later when you decide to become a coach at that time. Okay, so again, I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and learn a little bit more about me and about our company, products, need, timing, compensation. Is it for you or not? I know one thing. After doing this for 5 years, being a Beachbody coach is not for everybody. It's the same way being a lawyer, a doctor, a painter, or a plumber is not for everybody. If it's for you and you're looking for somebody to mentor you, who you can trust to be there, I'm your guy. So I look forward to talking to you. I hope you think about this decision carefully, and I'll talk to you soon.